He'll never be my president.
Okay. I mean, how could that change at this point?
Well, it could be a civil war. You never know.
What exactly conservatives mean when they say they love America? Because you hate most of the people who live here. You hate the civil liberties afforded by the Constitution. You hate the separation of church and state. You might claim to love its economy, but you hate all of the states that make up the largest parts of it. You hate the government. You hate people who are anti-government. You hate the rich because you think they're part of a conspiracy to fuck your kids. You hate the poor because you think they're lazy. You hate this country's natural beauty because it gets in the way of industry. You hate industry because it keeps giving jobs away to immigrants. You hate immigrants for taking things you feel entitled to. You hate liberals because you feel like they're too entitled. You hate government interference for getting in the way of big business. You hate big business for being too globalized. You hate globalism for taking jobs away from American workers. You hate American workers for unionizing and demanding better jobs. When you say you love America, what aspect of America are you actually talking about?
If Make America Great Again made anything abundantly clear, it is that they love a version of America that no longer exists. Some of them are just racist, but I think others are just confused because the American dream is gone and working people are struggling and their leaders are telling them different stories about what took that away.
You know, my parents both of them was able to retire, pretty well. I mean, they're living a pretty good retirement and stuff, and they got nice homes. They got their pensions and all that stuff, and they're having a nice retirement. But it isn't like that for this generation here, for my generation.
Corporate media pushes all kinds of alternative explanations for why working people are struggling, and when conservative leaders are faced with processing the contradictory narratives, they choose to believe all of them. All of them are true.
There has never been a better time to start living the American dream.
Because that's easier than addressing the real problem, which is corporate power. The narrative is pushed that immigrants should be hated for stealing our jobs, and this is believable because people do see job losses in their communities. But corporations are deciding to hire immigrant workers because they can pay them less than they pay U.S. citizens.
Democrats put illegal immigrants before they put American citizens. What the hell is going on?
All the while, these corporations are lobbying Congress to not effectively prevent them from exploiting workers.
Our national wealth is up for grabs by whomever gets here first, and they are coming.
The narrative is pushed that immigrants are coming here because our country is great, and this is believable because people do see immigrants crossing the border. But they're coming to the U.S. because our foreign policy establishment and the CIA have been destabilizing countries across Latin America and Central America wherever their leaders have tried to prevent U.S.-based multinational corporations from exploiting their land and labor.
Now, of course, any tax hike on corporations, you will pay that. That will be passed on to the consumers.
The narrative is pushed that we should hate the government. Big government is a problem, and this is believable because many people experience the government to be dysfunctional and ineffective. This is because it's been defunded. Corporations have lobbied for cutbacks on public programs, so people instead depend on corporations for those services.
We will make America great again.
We can't live in a democratic, prosperous society where we have an authoritarian economy where very few people are in control of all of our resources and all of our labor power. And it's time for working people across the country to realize how contradictory these narratives are and stop letting them divide and distract us so we can stand up to corporate power together and actually start liking the country that we claim to love.